fine. Sunglasses makes you just look like more of a sailor, you know?
American sunglasses.
Exactly. And you're kind of Hollywood. I mean, if there's a nickname for you, Jpdick, here in this fleet, you're kind of the Hollywood guy. All the little Bretons, they're all this tall, and they have brown hair, and they look like, you know, they kind of march around like fishermen. And you swoop in from the Côte d'Azur with the blonde hair and the sunglasses, and then make a big splash. I mean, Jean-Pierre, you've had some of the best success in the world. I mean, you're the best double-handed IMOCA sail in the world. TJV, Barcelona. But you've never been able to do it single-handed and win, right?
No, that's not true. I won the last single-handed race, which was 3 weeks ago, which was a small race. I appreciate, but it was important for me.
C'était le Istanbul. What was that?
No, it was Azimut Trophy. It was a little race, to be honest, but 7 participants, and so I won my first.
It was good participants.
For sure.
It wasn't like crappy boats.
It was PRB, not Massif, but Banque Populaire, and the other boat. So I am progressing. Well, I've been professional for only 10 years now, and some of the partners have been in the professional field for since they were 20. So I mean, I have my progression schedule, I would say, because my first sailing was more crew, you know, more G24, Melge 24, things like that. I did some beautiful race in the US, for example, the Key West race. So I was more a crewman, and then suddenly I had this dream to come to the Vendée Globe, and then for 10 years now I am enjoying a single-handed race. But to be honest, this is difficult. You have to be able to do everything on board. And now I think I am in a mature phase. I can win a single-handed race, which was not the case when I started, because I had my experience to do, basically.
Well, when you look at the people that you've sailed with, Damien and Loic and your TJV partners, and you pick some very good sailors to sail with you, and you got great boats. So I guess you sort of found your instructors, right?
Yes, that's true. That was a part of my progression. I think those double-handed race helped me to try to scan the brain of Loic, trying to scan the head of Damian, who is a great sailor too, even Jeremy. So I try to grab everything I could, so I can be a better sailor and a better single-handed sailor.
But are you not worried that you're going to give them secrets away? Because like now Jeremy, who has this very fast boat, that won the last race and is very reliable, sailed all the way to the Caribbean with you, and now he knows this boat too well, right?
Yes, that's true, but you know, I'm always trying to say, in the sailing, it's difficult to hide things, because but you have to have always one time in advance.
One step ahead.
A step ahead. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to be. I think compared to Jeremy, I have a newer boat, but I have sailed a lot with that boat. I've done 2 world tour already, equivalent in distance, so that I'm pretty well. I'm quite confident with the boat now. Nevertheless, this is a mechanical story. These races, and
well, I mean, you were doing well when you broke in the last one. So.
That's right. So
you were winning, I think, weren't you?
I win the first leg, which was crude race, and then when I was stopping because a ram failed, I was leading the race by a good margin. So I feel now this is my time coming, but I'm not sure. I will see.
What was the most important thing you learned from Loic? Because he's an incredible teacher.
Yeah. Loic is a very talented guy. He has an enormous experience. He's very, and to be honest, this is one of the best sailors of the world. Sure. What he told me is take care of yourself. Try to, for example, when he is making an effort, in order to not to sweat or
to sweat. Yeah.
And then he tried to adapt his the way his clothes he has, so he's not has to pull them away after. So that's something he taught me. And some other that I cannot tell you today. But
do you have a heater in the boat, a chauffage?
No.
Some boats do, some boats don't. But I know Jpdick used to carry one, and because it was for keeping his clothes dry and his sails, if he has to fix them, you know.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? But I prefer to have a good clothes. And sometimes I wear a lot of clothes, but I prefer to do that to lose energy. Everywhere in the boat, and now we are less and less using the engine also because we have the hydro generators and so on.
You have solar panels too?
No.
So let's talk about this boat for a minute, right?
Yeah.
When this boat came out, everyone went, "Wow! I mean, this is amazing." And then Massif and Bangpop also came out, and those boats had some problems, right? I mean, everybody always has problems, but you know, we know Bangpop had a big crack, and we know,
that's true.
Yeah. I mean, but there have been issues. You seemingly, other than a few fairly small issues in the Barcelona, have had. It's been a pretty reliable boat and really, really fast. And did you know? I've asked every skipper, which if they didn't have their boat, or even if they did, which boat would they take right now if they could? And every single one of them so far has said this boat.
Okay.
So does that feel pretty good? And what do you think is this boat's biggest advantage?
Well, I'm very proud about that. First of all, thank you. Well, the biggest advantage of this boat, yes, it has been a very globally very reliable. We just broke Traveler during the structurally. We just broke a Traveler during the Barcelona because the way it was mounted was not right.
Right.
I think
so that was an installation problem.
Yeah, this was more an installation problem. But the work that Cookson did in Auckland was very good. I think the way he assembled the boat structurally is a key, probably a key element. And the other one is that we followed very closely the architect's point of view, not taking any risk on the structure. So I think this is why basically we try.
What was the other problem you had? Was battens or something? Didn't you have another?
No, we had a Traveler issue. They were not strong. The cars were a little bit under spec. Yeah, exactly. So that could have cost the race. To be honest, we had a little bit of luck during that race because every single event which happened just before we can get close to the shore.
But it's so fascinating
but this is the race. You need to have you need to be fast, and you need to have this little touch of luck, or race it. I don't know if you how you can say. Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about the Barcelona race and the Vendée, the last two have been won by boats that stopped or late to start by days or you know, like it's almost like maybe it's better to look and see what's going on and then start.
Yeah, well, I prefer to
to be
in front and try to keep ahead. But yes, this is in a world tour. You still have some time to come back, and what you don't want is to be like that in your boat, be too tired to be able to take the good decisions. And the good aspect of this race is you know yourself better because you need to be as much lucid, how do you say, lucid as you can, and to be and this is very interesting in terms of personal achievement, I would say.
Fair enough.
Because that's the way I see it, at least. Yeah.
So let's shift gears here. You've said that this is your last Vendée Globe, at least for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
We know you've bought a very much faster boat.
Yeah.
The Poprek Verback, which it'll be Poprek Verback now, right?
Yeah, now it's changed.
So the Poprek Verback 4, which will be the mod 70 that JP's got hiding up in Lorient, I think.
Poprek Verback 70.
70, yeah,
it will be the name, yeah.
So we know you're moving to a one design class that is very fast and exciting. I've sailed them; they're amazing. But that brings me to questions about this class. And we're talking to everybody about where IMOCA goes. We know that there's been discussions about possible monotype one design, about possible monotype of parts, maybe masts or this or that. What do you think about IMOCA, the Vendée, and what these possible changes will be, even though you're not probably going to be voting?
No. Well, I'm very excited about IMOCA. It's a marvelous class. I think we internationally, we don't talk enough about IMOCA, because you see a race like this with 20 boats, it's much more than a Volvo Ocean Antares. And very proud about what we have achieved with the class. And to be honest, it's very exciting. And the thing is, the future. It's true that the boats cost more and more, which could be a little bit. Sometimes it's a little bit frustrating for us, because the level increase and the cost of more speed is.
The cost of a little bit of speed is a lot of money.
Is a lot of money. Right. We live that on this project because the boats cost more and more, and for some companies, especially in France, little companies, it's difficult to continue. So we have to ask ourselves, and the skipper will answer this question after the race. That's the situation of IMOCA now. Right. What do we do in the future? Do we want something a little bit cheaper with monotypes boat, or do we want to continue maybe with prototype, which are very exciting too, but very costly? Can we afford this? And at the end, there must be an answer. And if we choose the second solution to go to prototype, we are sure that it will be bigger companies that will be backing the project, because it's more expensive.
Right. So which is a hard thing to do now. It's not like the economy is going to get much better for a long time. Yes. You know, listen.
So to take a little bit of it's difficult. To look at the situation. We are very happy about those boats. They are marvelous boats. They are going fast and so on. But we have to face the situation. The economy is difficult. For finding 3.5 or 4 million euro to build a boat. I mean, you need to have a big suitcase, and it's not easy.
But and this will be, I think, the last thing. I'm really curious about this. You're sort of like for a Frenchman, you're the ultimate outsider here. You're not Breton or from La Charente or whatever. You go have your boats built in New Zealand.
Yeah.
You do all these things. You're a veterinarian, or you were a veterinarian.
Yeah, I was.
You didn't do optimists and all this stuff, right? So you're sort of. I feel like you could be an inspiration to people who didn't do everything that everyone says you have to do. 10 years of Mini and Figaro and everything else. You kind of just went bam. Yeah, you sailed Melges 24, all this other things. But is that something that sort of people can take inspiration from, and that you can tell someone in Germany or America or whatever, hey, you can do this. You don't have to go. I think so.
I think so. The most important thing is the most important thing you need to have is to be ultra motivated, because you need to be very tenacious. I mean, the first year I did that, I had a lot of issues, including 3D masting and one rollover with the boat. So it was not a rollover in the harbor, it was a rollover in the Atlantic. And to be honest, it was not very nice and very costly. Then we get rid of that. Well, we get out of this after the first Vendée. I get the sponsorship to back up the project. And yes, it has been a difficult process, but I think it's worth it. And if I can be of any help of somebody who wants to do that, I met a Bermudian who might be interested to be doing the next Vendée. It's marvelous. I mean, what is incredible in that race is that you, on the same starting line, you have skippers that could be of very different origin, countries, but also background. And that could be competitive because they are bringing their own experience, basically. And yes, I'm a little bit different than some other skipper here, and I'm quite proud of what I've done so far. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty impressive, man. It's pretty
Thank you.
impressive. Final question: if this boat wasn't here,
and yes, and sorry, just
okay,
to tell you, you don't need to be. What you need is to be a little bit rational, you know, to try to isolate the issues. That's what I've done when I come to IMOCA. I say, what's the problem that needs to be solved, and I try to isolate all of them: physical preparation, mental thing. Try to have also some technical feedback from good guys, and I succeed with some time to reach the highest level of the class. Yeah.
well, you sure have. Last question:
Yeah.
if this boat was not here right now, and you walked on the dock and someone said, "Okay, it's the Vendée Globe. Which boat are you going to take? It's yours. Which one do you take?"
I'm not. This one was not available.
This one's not available.
Well, that's a not easy question.
Well, everyone else has an easy answer because they just say this one.
Maybe Massif. Yeah.
Maybe Massif? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Jpdick, check him out at Paprec Verbeek and or Verbeek Paprec.
If I was not on this one, of course. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you. Well, hopefully we'll see you do really well. This is your chance, right?
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Great to meet you.
Thank you.